Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly hope you're having a fine day. Let me check and make sure my microphone is plugged into my iPhone 6S Plus here. That's my recording studio. That's a little joke there. Okay, I've got a review, ladies and gentlemen, on an Ibanez 5-string bass. I acquired this here the other day. I traded off 3 basses to get it. This is a Bob Taylor Bob, in other words, BTB. A BTB 675M, M meaning maple, 5-string jobber. Okay, let's stop burning daylight and get right to this. Okay, it's got tilt back headstock right there. I like tilt back headstocks because I don't like string trees. Now on this guy here, it doesn't. The tuner machines don't have a name on them, but they look a lot like. They look and smell and feel a lot like Grover, if you know what I mean. Okay, and right off the get-go, I want to get into this neck here. This neck is kind of hard to describe. It's not exactly a thin neck. You know what I mean, ultra thin and ultra fast, but it's not a baseball neck either. Okay, it starts off as a C configuration and ends up down here as a D, if that makes any sense at all. In fact, I got a laptop here. Let me read some boring numbers off to you so I don't have to fool around with what I call my CRS cards, can't remember squat, you know what I mean? But this fretboard, okay, right off the get-go, the scale on this bass is 35 inch, not 34 inch. Okay, the width at the nut is 47 millimeter. You have to do the conversion. I'm too lazy to do that. The width at the 24th fret, this is a 24 fret fretboard, is 47 millimeters. The width, of the neck is 76 millimeters at the 24th fret. The thickness at the first fret is 20 millimeters. And the thickness at the 12th fret is 22 millimeters. And the radius is 400 millimeters. What does that mean to me? Absolutely nothing. I'm an old I'm an old United States uneducated 9/16 in our, the old math system we have here in the United States. Anyway, okay. All right. The neck is very playable, but I do consider this a relatively wide kind of a neck, if you will. This lamination that you see in here is Bambinga wood. Very nicely done. I like it a lot. These frets, okay, there's 24 frets on this guy, and Ibanez is called the medium frets. And right there along the fretboard, you got black dots, place markers, and the place markers that are on this neck are blabaloney. That's what I call it, abalone. Abalone dots, and of course, fretboard, fingerboard, maple. As a matter of fact, I think it looks to me like it might even be burled maple, That's kind of what it's looking like anyway. Okay. The body shape is just what you see here. It's got, this horn kind of a thing here. Okay, one thing I want to say before I forget, I weighed this bass. I've owned it for a few days now. I bought it at Music Villa in Bozeman, Montana, and I have one other 5-string bass, an ESP LTD, and I just knew doggone well that this 5-string right here was heavier than my Rocco Prestia bass, but I just couldn't resist, and I weighed it several times with an old set of Stren fish scales, which are, by the way, not that inaccurate, but this figure I'm going to give you is plus or minus, ladies and gentlemen, 2 ounces, because it's an old fish scales. But this bugger right here weighs 10.5 pounds. I said 10.5 pounds, plus or minus a couple ounces, one way or the other. Okay. It's a neck through, as you can see, this maple neck goes in the Bambinga reinforcement goes right through there. This, of course, okay, the pickups on this guy are passive, but it's got active electronics, and that's the same way it is with my other bass. 9-volt battery goes in here. This cover right here, of course, gets into your switches. Okay. Now this is what they call a monorail. This is kind of a, I don't want to call it weird. I really shouldn't even say strange, but it's just different. I've never seen a bass like this. Doesn't really matter, but it's what they call a monorail bass. A bridge. Jesus, I need more coffee today. Monorail bridge. There is 10 screws total holding this bridge in place because every string, if you will, has its own individual saddle. If you can possibly see that, okay, and it is not a string through. You know, they anchor right in here, and of course you got adjustments back and forth, and you can raise and lower the saddles, if you will. But what I'm saying is 5 strings, 5 separate saddles. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, got a screw there on each end of the monorails. Now, how good of a bridge setup that is, I ain't got no friggin' idea, okay? I really don't. But it's very unique looking. It looks like it's, a real good affair simply because, this is a pretty new bass. This BTB Bob Taylor Bob 675M is one of Ibanez's newer offerings. They got some pretty nice basses out there now. Okay, these pickups that are in here, ladies and gentlemen, I always mispronounce that name. They're Bartoli pickups. A BH1 is in the neck here. A BH1 is in the bridge, and they're soap bar pickups. Now, don't think you can just run right out and buy these pickups, because you can't. Because Ibanez got together with Bartolini and had them, I was reading this off the internet today, and had them special design these particular soap bars for this lineup of basses, okay? If you do want a set of these, you're going to have to get in contact with Ibanez. That's what the internet was telling me anyway. Okay. Because this is a neck through, you've got wings on each side of this that are glued into the through neck, okay? This is swamp ash. It's on this soundboard back here. Swamp ash, I said, one of my more favorite tone woods. Now, these wings up top here on the surface of the soundboard, this brownish wood that you're seeing right there is walnut. Now, I've never owned a bass with walnut in it. I just know one thing. This bass has got a lot of thunder to it. I mean, good God, weighing, 10.5 pounds with some pretty stout pickups in here, it better have. Okay. What else can I talk about? Okay, the finish on this guy, there is no finish. It's satin. You don't have a lot of shiny veneer or lacquer or whatever have you. I hope I'm showing you this okay. Now, let you look right down that fretboard there, and man, I'm getting my exercise today, doing this, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on to these electronics. Remember, 2 soap bar pickups right here, BH1s. Okay, this very simple, 3-way active EQ. You've got bass, boost, and cut right there. You've got mid-bass, boost and cut right on that knob right there. And that guy right there is treble. Okay, very easy to understand. Here's where you roll into your neck pickup. Let's see. You turn it this way, which doesn't matter. You're up here on your neck, and you roll it this way like this, and you're down here on your bridge. There's a little plastic cheat sheet that comes with this guitar, which is kind of nice in my case, so I'm not sitting there trying to figure all this stuff out and whatnot have you. And there is mid-indentations on these knobs, which makes it kind of nice too. And this knob right here, ladies and gentlemen, is your master volume. Okay. Let me roll this up. Let me roll this back here on the bridge. And let me take this volume I'm going to take it around 50% because why don't things are going to get real loud. This bass has got some thunder to it. I am not kidding you. And I know what people are probably wanting to know. Jim, how much tone does it got? It's got plenty enough tone for me. You know, but one thing that I definitely noticed about this bass, you know, take it into consideration everything I said. Like I say, this bass has really got some thunder to it. And by thunder, I mean a lot of low tones. It's got enough mids and highs, but you know, okay. Oh, one other thing I want to point out before I plug this in. There's a clip right here. They've got a name for this little fitting. It's called a MIU Tracks or something. You see that little red clip right there? Well, you plug your 1/4-inch instrument cable in this guy, and that's a keeper, which is I thought was kind of nifty. And of course, you have to push that little plastic red tab out of your way in order to pull out your instrument cable, but it secures your instrument cable. Take a look at that guy. It's pretty nifty. Okay. What else am I forgetting? 35-inch scale on the neck, like I said. Let's plug her in. Stop burning daylight here. Oh, I almost forgot. Forgive me, there's a switch right here. Now this goopy thing here, this is one thing about this bass that I really can't, I can tell you what it is from the dummy sheet that's on right on the bass. By the way, that comes off there. But it's a mid-frequency select where you go from 250 hertz to 600 hertz. Look, I've been messing around with this bass all morning, and I can hear a little bit of sound difference, but, you know, with my cheap amplification and everything I got going, Ibanez, as far as I'm concerned, could have left that switch off of there, but it does have that. See that little guy right there? Okay. All right, let me plug this guy in here. Got a nice securely locked there, you know, all that kind of stuff like that. So I'm at 250 hertz on this mid-frequency select. I got everything set right in the middle, even on this pig nose amp. Okay? All right, and where did I say I was going to be at? Okay, this is the bridge pickup right here. Listen. Okay, that's the bridge pickup right there. Now let me roll it up on the neck pickup. We're going to go up on this soapbox, you know, right up on this neck pickup. This bass is kind of heavy, man. Yeah, baby, I like that B string. Okay, let me set this pickup selector. There's a mid-notch indentation right there. I'm dead in the middle. Both pickups are going. I mean, this bass right here, ladies and gentlemen, has got some serious wood in it, and it's got some serious low tones. That much I do know, okay? And I probably should be messing around with this EQ, but I'd be here all day, and it's not worth it. Let me switch this little switch over here to 600 hertz on this mid-frequency select and see if you can hear any difference there. Now, on my iPhone 6X Plus, which is what I'm recording this with, I've got a Shure MB5, a real sensitive condenser mic hooked right up to my iPhone. That's how I do this stuff, in case you're wondering, you know. But okay, I took this frequency select to 600 hertz. Let's see. Okay, same thing, but there's 250 hertz. I don't know what your ears are hearing, but man, I'm going to have to play around with that. Even the guy that sold it to me, Paul, wasn't 100%. Paul Decker over at Music Bill in Bozeman, Montana, wasn't exactly 1,000% sure of Ibanez's reasoning for that little switch, but there you are. Okay, that's pretty much my review. Now, right after I get done shooting this video, while I'm in a video mood, I'm going to do a shootout video between this guitar right here and my ESP LTD RB 1005 Rocco Prestia. But it's going to be a little different kind of a video, but it doesn't matter. But I'm going to upload that right after I get done doing this. And you can buy this guitar right here, ladies and gentlemen, this bass guitar all day long for $850. I got this guy for $800 because I know Paul Decker, the owner of Music Bill in Bozeman, Montana. Very nice guitar. I like it quite a bit. That there are some striking differences between this guy right here and my Rocco Prestia 5-string. That's my review, ladies and gentlemen. What it is what it is. Okay? I don't want these videos getting too long. I hate all that. Okay, take care of yourselves. Jump, jive, and will. We'll see you on down the trail.